All praises to the Most High Yahweh. Shalom, beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike. Welcome. This is your humble servant, Big Levi. And today is Thursday, April the 7th, 2022. And it's currently 3:55 a.m. Eastern Time pre-recording. The reason why I'm making this video is because yesterday the six doing the live prayer, we had a little issue. They cut the video, they cut my internet when we were talking about the crucial things. We were talking about meditation and medication. So we are going to expand on what we were talking about yesterday, so we may finish and process the wisdom or the knowledge that the Mighty One had downloaded onto us. But before we do that, let us pick up where we left off. Should be a link in the description. You will see the link. The name of the video is Hebrew Prayer, 12 o'clock. April 6, 2022. We are changing and we're going to play probably 4 or 5 minutes out of the video when we were talking about meditation, and they cut the video. All right, let us do this. Now, beloved, we have cleared this out. Let's talk about meditation. Now, the Gentiles have many definition of meditation. Meditation is kind of like things that they are doing and meditate on yoga. Most of the time when you say meditation, you're talking about witchcraft, you're talking about astral travel, you're talking about doing wickedness, because I don't know, according to the heathens, they taught our people, if you meditate on something, it is bad. Whether you want it or you know it or not, beloved, I'm not going to stay for too long because I have a video I'm working on. Probably I'm going to stay for like 25 more minutes and then finish the video and set it up so that people can enjoy it. Whether you know it or not, you've been meditating probably all your life. Black folks, so-called black people, so-called the children of the book, the children of the Most High. Again, beloved, we are not listen, I'm going to make this very clear here. We are a holy people. The Most High created us separately. The Most High created the light separately. He created the darkness separately. The light and the darkness did not get together and create a third things. Evil come from evil. Good come from good. Our forefathers did not sleep or cut. We did not sign anything with the other side. Abraham signed with the Most High, point blank, period. Adam and Eve signed with the Most High, point blank, period. The only way, what our forefathers did, they disobeyed, that's all. They did not join onto the other side. They simply disobeyed an order, and they are greatly punished for this. Our mother did not give birth to devils and little the seed of it did not come from our mother Eve. The Holy Mother that the Most High created, the Holy Father, Adam, there's no such thing like that coming from them. We are holy people. Keep our name out of your mouth. You will not disrespect our ancestors. You never talk about yours, always about ours. You never talk about what the priesthood of Mahan is doing, always what we are doing. Or you guys are doing witchcraft. You're doing astrology. Watch your mouth. This is none of your business. This is above your pay grade. You cannot go there. This is spiritual G-force. You cannot go there. Now, whether you want it or not, so-called blacks or you or wherever in our nation, we've been meditating for a while. There are multiple forms of meditation. Meditation simply means ponder, to think upon something. And guess who do most of the thinking? Our people. See, Gentiles don't meditate. They medicate. Let me say that again. The heathens do not meditate. They don't think. They medicate. When they come upon an issue or a problem, they do not think a way to resolve it. They drug themselves, they pleasure themselves, they distract themselves from it. And then, or they ignore it. If you don't talk about it, then it's gone. They do not meditate. They cannot. We do all the meditation. Our people, we are thinking 24/7. So because of that, they cut off the internet, and there were nothing there was nothing that I could do to bring it back, because once you start talking about things like this, they are going to cut you off, because they do not want the people to understand nor to make any connection. And they've done the same thing with the beloved brother Big Judah. He was having a live and they were messing with it and things like that. Now, oops, since we make the connection on what happened yesterday, let us proceed and finishing up what we were talking about. Meditation. Now, what is the meaning of meditation? The Gentiles always have their definition, and we have our definition. Their definitions are the carnal definitions. Ours is always the spiritual one. Ours is always the deeper one. Therefore, define meditation.
All right, meditation around Fort Lauderdale.
Ah, great. Define meditate.
Here's the definition of meditate. Think deeply or focus one's mind for a period of time, in silence or with the aid of chanting, for religious or spiritual purposes or as a method of relaxation.
You see, when they put religious in there, it make you think about it's something that it must be done in a religious way, when in fact our people meditate the most. We are the most meditated people on this planet. We think all the time, deeply. We ponder all the time. Now, there is a reason why the Gentiles or the heathens do not want us to meditate. When you are properly meditate, when you are properly sitting in silence, you clear your mind and you are thinking. It is a universal law. It is automatically, it's something that the Mighty One put there. If you do that, there will be a spirit that will come upon you. There are angels assigned to meditation. Both sides. As you may know, you have a guardian angel that you were born with, and also when you were born, you were also born with a demon. Balance, righteousness, and wickedness. Left, right, positive energy, negative energy. When you are meditating properly, positively, there is an angel there. And this spirit or this angel is there to help you. This angel or this spirit is there to provide help unto you. Whatever that you need, this angel will guide you to help you resolve whatever problem that you are having, whatever problem that you are encountering. This angel, you may call it the angels of consciousness, righteousness. When you start meditating, you're going to acknowledge, you're going to see responsibility and accountability, which the Gentiles are unable to do those things. When you sit down and you think about certain things, I can guarantee you, if you do it properly, you will find a solution to every problem that you are having. And they don't want that. Why do the Gentiles, the heathen, do not want you to connect with the spiritual mind, the angels that the Mighty One put out there to connect, to ask for guidance, counseling, and to ask for answer? Because they want you to stay in a low vibration. The moment you start meditating, you are raising your frequency. You are not matching the frequency that they put out there, which is a low frequency. You are not matching their frequency. Therefore, they come up with a way for you not to meditate, but they want you to medicate. Now, there are multiple forms of medication they have out there. They can't do that. They cannot meditate. They medicate. Gentiles do not meditate. They medicate. Because when you are meditating, there's a spirit of righteousness, a spirit of consciousness, an angel of truth that will come upon you. And the Gentiles do not like truth. They do not like their conscience to talk to them about the things that they have done unto us. They do not like when they are sitting there quietly, when their minds are quiet and they are thinking about what their ancestors have done, how they gain all their wealth, the stuff that they done unto us. That is why when they start meditating, when they are alone, when they are quiet, the suicide rate rises. That is why when they are quiet, when they go somewhere off grade, they start thinking, and the angel of righteousness come upon them and tell them all the horrible and terrible things that they have done unto us. There was a period somewhere around 2020 when the world was on lockdown. The Mighty One locked up the world and set the entire world into a deep meditation, into a deep period of silence. Cut the bull. No more partying and all that. Sit home and think, and look what happened. Look what happened. When you sit alone, when you quiet your mind, you ponder, you wonder on a problem or on an issue that you are having, there will be a spirit of righteousness, a spirit of guilt that will come upon you, a spirit of judgment. And the Gentiles do not like that. That is why they always medicate. There are multiple forms of medication. Those forms including drugs, sex, entertainment, above all, distraction. They need to escape. They need to avoid and evade. They do not want to sit there and be tormented by the angels of righteousness. That is why they brought unto you many forms of medication. They have to medicate themselves in order to escape the reality that they created, the pseudo reality that they created. And they did a good job of teaching our people not to meditate. Do not think. Do not read. And if you are thinking, you are reading, we will do it for you. Only read certain amount of books. Only watch certain things. Don't go there. Don't look at the sky. You will meditate. Don't question about astrology. You will meditate. And when you do that, there will be an angel of righteousness that will come to you. And this angel will guide you to the path of the Mighty One. And you will seek his face. That is why the Gentiles, when they are meditate, which means to think deeply, they will be tormented. They can't. The spirit of guilt will come upon them. That is why they are unable to bear any heavy things. They cannot live that rough life. That is why when they lose their job, they cannot think, they cannot sit and ponder and meditate. They will just kill themselves or kill an entire family. Because once they quiet their mind, they understand what they have done in the past. They cannot handle the truth. They will just kill themselves. That is why if you have any critical thinking person in our community or any critical thinking subject, such as whatever, critical race theory, whatever, they don't want to think about that. They'll do anything not to meditate. They will just medicate you. There is a reason why they come up with all those forms of medication. The drugs. With the drugs, they have introduced in our community, well, first it was the heroin back in the 60s and the 70s, but the most popular one was the crack, the cocaine, the crack epidemic, because they do not want our people to meditate, to sit there, quiet their mind, and think about their life, think about the future, and think about their power, their God. They introduce medication unto us, and they have pushed their agenda of medication unto us so we may not meditate and connect to the angel of righteousness that can guide us unto the mighty one. That is why they put all their music, it's all about sex, drugs, pleasure. It's all about medication. Don't think, don't meditate. It is very dangerous when you have a Hebrew meditate, even the 2/3. You see, there is a guy named Ricky Ross. Well, Ricky Ross, if you don't know, he was what you're calling a drug dealer. Back in the 80s and I would say early 90s, but mostly in the 80s, Ricky Ross was the guy that developed the distribution of crack cocaine. If you take the worst of all people, of course, I'm not saying anything about the beloved brother Ricky Ross being the worst of the worst, but if you take one of the 2/3, the worst, whatever situation you put them in, if they have time to sit down and think properly, they will resolve all their issue. They will beat anyone that came upon them or that come upon their loin or whatever problem that they have. Ricky Ross or Rick Ross, not the rapper. Okay, I don't want to pull the picture now because YouTube and all that. Ricky Ross was a crack distributor, and he was making way too much money, and they find out, the so-called the CIA, the FBI, or the government, they find out that it is very dangerous for a black man or black folks or the children of God, the Hebrews, to have that much power, to have that much money. Therefore, they set him up and they arrested him. And they put him in jail forever, for life. While he was in jail, while he was in prison, he's starting to meditate. Now, keep in mind, beloved brothers and sisters, Ricky Ross did not know how to read nor how to write. He didn't know those things. He couldn't read, he couldn't write. And he was controlling the biggest drug distribution in all LA and all over the United States, all over the world. When he got into prison, he started to think deeply. He started to ponder meditate. And he had time, his mind was quiet, he was in his cell, he was thinking, he pondered. And the angels of righteousness come upon the beloved brother. And he started picking up books. And he taught himself how to read. He taught himself how to write. He went so far, he excelled so far as to study law. He become quote unquote a lawyer inside of the prison by meditation, by study other books. He becomes so proficient in the law that he called out excuse me, he called out the prison system. He called out the laws. He called out their policy. He challenged them. He called them righteously in court. The angels taught him things that the Gentiles did not know. When he called the system in court, when he called them, he went in court with them. He studied the law so well. He come with his deposits so pure and well put. He beat the Gentile system. He wasn't there for life. He came in, he studied the law. He brought information that the Gentiles did not even know. And he told them that he is not a drug dealer. He is not a criminal, because by their definition, he did not commit any crime. He brought the law better than a lawyer. And they had to release him. He could not serve whatever life sentence that he had. I believe he had like 40, 30, 50 years, something like that. They had to release him because he won the court case. A man that did not know how to read, how to write. He was the worst two-third ever. But when he start thinking deeply, ponder, when he goes somewhere quietly, he start thinking, an angel of righteousness come upon him. And the angel taught him how to write, taught him how to read, taught him the law, and taught him how to beat the enemy in their courtroom. Now you have a tutor that did not go to college, university, that didn't receive any education from the enemy. He beat guys that went to Harvard, Yale. He beat those lawyers. He built his own law and own things. He beat them and he freed himself from prison. All praises to the Most High. Because the Mighty One put angels over there. Our people, we have power, damn it. The Most High did not leave us here with our hands and feet. He put every single thing that you could possibly ever imagine. They are here, but you have to meditate, you have to study, you have to read other books, you have to question. When Rick Ross, of course, went to not the Rick Ross the rapper. Let me pull the picture of Ricky Ross, his real name. Show me picture of Ricky Ross.
Pictures of Freeway, Rick Ross.
No,
Here you go.
not this one. Who is Ricky Ray Ross? Oh boy. Ricky Ross. Not Rick Ross. Freeway Ricky. Who's Freeway Ricky? Freeway Ricky. Oh boy.
According to Wikipedia, Ricky Donnell Ross is an American author and convicted drug trafficker best known for the drug empire he established in Los Angeles, California, in the early to mid-1980s.
There you go. Ricky Donnell Freeway Rick Ross is an American, here we go, convicted drug trafficker, okay? He's 62 years old. Let me see. They were supposed to make a movie about him, but they cannot. He's just He was sentenced to life in prison. Those sentence was shortened and appeal, and was released in 2009. Okay, he appealed it. He studied the law. He taught himself how to read and write. The angel taught him all those things, and then when he get out, he never went back to prison. Okay, since 2009, it's been more than 15 years. Is that what that is? 12 years, 12, 13 years. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. There you go. Ross attended school at Susan Miller Dorsey High School in Los Angeles. He played at the tennis team but was unable to get a college scholarship because he was illiterate. Because he didn't know how to read nor write. Okay. And then he studied when he went in prison. Okay. He built a drug empire. Okay. All right, Rick Ross is the rapper. Rick Ross, the rapper, stole his life. Okay, he stole his life and then act like he was the real Rick Ross and stuff like that. Okay, he had books out there and all that. They didn't tell the truth about Rick Ross, Freeway Rick Ross. Okay, this man right here, he didn't know how to write, how to read. He was illiterate. But when he went in jail, he was somewhere he had time to think. He didn't have to go to work. He didn't have to worry about anything. His mind was freed. Therefore, he started to meditate. Therefore, he started to think. He started to ponder. And the angels of righteousness come upon him and taught him how to write, how to read, the law, and then he got himself out. The Most High take this man that had a life sentence and got him out. This is the power of meditation. This is the power of reading books. This is the power of asking the Mighty One for his wisdom, his knowledge. And they understand that. That is why they medicate the 2/3 so much on drugs, sex, and entertainment. Because they understand there is no such thing as a 2/3. There is no such thing as a stupid Israelite. There is no such thing as a dumb Hebrew Israelite. There is no such thing as an intelligent Israelite. They have to plant, they have to transplant a spirit, a culture in you. A spirit, a culture of ignorance, which is their God. They have made you reject knowledge so you can adapt ignorance. They understand distraction. That is why they know for a fact when our people sit down and they start meditating and think deeply, they will write the best song. They will write the best movie. They will write the best thing. They will do the best stuff because there is an angel of righteousness, an angel of consciousness, accountability, responsibility, joy, and perfection that is there in you, teaching you all those things. They know that is why they have to medicate us through our food, medication, through our waters that we're drinking, medication, through our workplace, medication, the music that you're listening. That is why I cut off. I haven't listened to the radio since 2008. That is why you got all sort of dumb shows out there. People forcing laughter, always bringing the dumbest nigga in the midst of us, talking about that is why they push one specific medication that they literally associate with our people, which is marijuana. Right now, there is no more. I'm not versed into the so-called drug business, but there is no such thing as a real marijuana out there. Everything is cement or spice. Everything is mixed. Everything is medicated. The natural marijuana that the Most High created that came out of the ground is very hard or rare to find. I'm not a smoker. I never smoked, but I understand that it is extremely rare to get. That is why they mix everything. Everything is tainted with fentanyl and other things because they want our people to be medicated. They find out early in the 1920s, 30s, when our people were king and queens of the country music, rock and roll. They find out that if they let black folks alone somewhere, undisturbed, unmolested, and they can meditate, they will write the best song and they will get themselves out. They find out long ago in the 1910s when our people got together and we start to ponder upon our issue. We start to meditate and communicate. We build Black Wall Street. We build all those things. And then they come in our neighborhood and they destroy our people because when we have the angel of righteousness, every single thing will be resolved through meditation, praying, fasting, communicating. Everything will be resolved. That's why they cut that off. So in the 1960s, they come up with medication, the so-called the hippie movement. And it was heavily pushed upon our people. And then get high, man, you smoke that chiba and stuff like that. When you medicate yourself, you do not have time to meditate. Any type of issue that you come upon or against, you don't want to resolve it. You want to medicate it. You want to relieve it, not eliminate it. You want to relieve. For instance, I want to relieve some stress. When our people under stress, we used to stop, think, meditate, resolve it, and this stress is gone. Right now, it's a form of medication. You depressed? Here's some Xanax. Or you got some of that anxiety things? Don't meditate, don't think. Here's some drugs. Because they have created an alternate reality, which is, well, anytime you created an alternative truth, it's a lie. They have created a counterfeit realm, a pseudo living with medication. That is why a lot of our so-called rock and rollers or artists, black artists back in the 60s, 70s, they were addicts, heroin addicts, or I don't know, drugs addicts, or whatever the drugs. They have to medicate our people down to keep them in a low vibration so they won't be able to meditate. When you meditate, your frequency rise, your vibration rise, you are connected to the angels of righteousness, and you're going to start doing things. That is why our people, when now we start to meditate and ponder and read other books, and the Most High, we're connected to this angel, and then this angel is releasing all sort of things unto us. That is why, watch clearly, the people that are going against the information, the 66 books or the Book of Mormons or the Kabbalah, those are the people that medicate heavily. They medicate themselves heavily through drugs, cigarettes, alcohol. They are heavily medicated because they don't like to vibrate themselves through meditation and ponder. Wait a minute, the Kabbalah. Well, I thought this thing was evil. I thought this thing was witchcraft. Let me go into a fast. Let me go into a meditation, a prayer, and ask the Mighty One and wait upon him before I open my mouth. No, they grab the bottle first. They grab the next cigarette first. They grab the next crack pipe first. They medicate themselves. And then they come out with the demon come out of them and they start speaking great things against things they never meditate upon. They never study. They never read. They never ask. They just saying things against it because they are unable to vibrate to a higher frequency, because when you medicate too much, you won't be able to reach certain frequency, and whatever the message the Mighty One send to the frequency, you will miss it. You won't get it. That is the truth. That's why they told our people, don't read, I will read for you, so you won't meditate. Don't read so many books. Do not look at the star, because if you start looking at the stars, and I can guarantee you, brothers and sisters, take the dumbest, the wash 2/3 in the hood, put him somewhere where he has no medication, he has no distraction, nobody's bothering him, and give him books of astrology, give him books of mathematical solution, give them books about astronomy, give them books about science. Come back, get them in a few days. Come back, get them in a few years, 2-3 years. They will be well versed. When they look at the sky, you take the dumbest of the dumb, leave it alone. Through meditation, through fasting and praying, when they look at the skies, they will ponder, they will ask, they will read, they will see marvelous things. It is called natural magic. Of course, I was studying those things, and the beloved brother Main posts something about natural magic and divine magic. We have a natural magic in us. That is why they have to always medicate us, so the natural magic, the natural strangeness that we have in us cannot be awakened. Don't question. Here, have this battle. Drink that Hennessy. That is why the rappers now only talk about two things: drugs and sex. They create a false reality for all people out there. Money, 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 money. And it's extremely dangerous when you have our people meditate on money. They will surpass the heathens. That is why when they saw that, and then they make money, they make songs about, I got my money, I'm spending up. They want all people to spend, spend, spend. It is extremely dangerous when you have a group of people doing a $5 challenge. When they have a money dedicated to righteousness, when they focus, when they concentrated, when they have discipline, when they have $6,000-$7,000 at home on the side, they have nothing to do with it. If anything happened, they're not gonna go to the bank and get a loan. They're not going to beg people. They're not going to stress. They just have this money over there, and then they can resolve whatever problem that come against them, because they've been meditating, they've been praying and fasting and understanding. That is why meditation is very, very important. When the 2/3 or the worst of our people meditate, we prosper, we thrive. When you have a Negro like Mike Tyson, Mike meditate, he think deeply, he ponder. Mike was dropping people all over. You could not stand in front of Iron Mike. Mike Tyson was the man. And what did they do to Mike Tyson? They medicate him. When Mike started to messing with medication, so to speak, and then he lost his potential. You know, Mike don't like when people talking stuff to him. If he see me, he probably Mike Tyson will attack you, man. You know, because he's a warrior. You know, if you look at Mike, you study him, he's a Martian. You know, he's a fighter. They medicate him. Name 2 great boxers that we have now. I don't know them. All of them has been medicated. Name a couple of great singers, rappers that we have. What about soul music? Do we still do soul music? What about jazz music? Rock and roll, country music? Name a couple of great modern soul music that is popping now. They all on medication. They understand the vibration of the musical tone, That's why they medicate your music. That is why you see all children are out of their freaking mind. They cannot think. Take any kids that they have, they say, oh, this kid have ADHD or anxiety, put them somewhere. Teach them the proper way of meditating, of thinking. This kid will excel in whatever subject that you put it, because it's a natural magic that our people have in them. Once you start meditating quietly, you go somewhere, you thinking, you ponder upon a problem that you have, I can guarantee you will find a solution on it. They taught our people to meditate, but the meditation that they taught us, it is called to worry. Worry is a form of meditation. Gentiles come unto us and say, let me show you how to meditate. Worry about your rent. Worry about your job. Worry about life. Worry about becoming like us. Worry. They make the two-third worry about luxury, worry about clothes, worry about what they said about you. And we spend 99% of our time worried. We spend most of our time thinking about work, thinking about certain things, the future, thinking about issue and problem. They have made it their business and made our people spend it 100% of their time thinking about Jacob's trouble. They made our people meditate and think and study Jacob's trouble. Always think about fear, fear, fear. Worried. Our people do the most worry in this planet. But when our people are at peace, when our people minds are clear, when our people are sitting, they are sitting in a place quietly, they are thinking, and they say, I'm at peace. I'm at peace with myself. Most importantly, I am at peace with the Mighty One. He had forgiven me. There will be no Jacob's trouble. Once you start thinking like this, there will be an angel of righteousness that will come upon you. And this angel will teach you. You will learn great things. You will absorb. And most importantly, you will obey. You will cleave unto the Mighty One. All your guilt will be wiped away, and you will not be tormented, because your heart is pure and you are not guilty. But if you are not, you will be tormented until you make amend to correct what you have done, aka to repent. People think repent is just like I repent and I plunge myself in some water and then do a little dance and perform a little ritual and then you're good. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like this. Unfortunately, it doesn't. That is why they taught our people to always worried. Worried is a form of meditation. Worried is probably the lowest form of meditation. You will stay in a low vibration. You will stay in a low frequency. That is why they taught our people to always worry about the next person. Worry about they said about black folks. Somebody saying black people are stupid. A white woman said black people look like monkey. Go over there, worried. Debate them. A white man say black people have the lowest IQ. Go worry about that. Go fight those people. Vibrate yourself as low, match their frequency. Our people have been taught very well. That is why they medicate our people. They medicate the whole earth through their news. It's never a positive thing that you see in the news. For instance, right now, excuse me, if we go to Google, YouTube, let's see what the first thing that we're going to see here. Okay. The first news that you see, driver hospitalized after crash with Brightline train in Hallandale. That's not a good news. Of course, Brightline is always in the mist. Okay, that's not good news. Russia launches 7,000 mile an hour Zyklon hypersonic nuke missile. That is why they always have to keep you on a low vibration. Fear, fear, fear. And that fellow of grade, this dude been going through hell lately, man. Sorry, folks, I've been feeling really crappy the last 2 days. Spent most of it in bed. We'll try to do an update tomorrow. This guy's not doing well. And it's not him only. Oh boy, what is this? Suspect burglar gets beats up by homeowner in Ventura County. That guy looked like that fellow. That guy in the Goonies. What is his name? I never watched that movie. I never like it because of that because of that because of that guy in the Goonies. I'm getting distracted a little. Let me see. The Goonies, the monster. There
Showing pictures that match.
What's his name again? Slav? All right. This man, Slav scared me as a child. I don't know why they have this dude in there. That guy scared the crap out of me. I had the nightmare that I had as a child. I still remember it till today. It was Slav. He was in my nightmare. You know, he scared the crap out of me. This dude looked just like Slav. You know, or whatever. So anyway, this is Big Levi doing scumbag stuff. You know, let me check a desert prepper. Let me check his crap. Let me check his stuff. American officer captured in Ukraine by Russian military. Okay, so now he has a Southern prepper needs prayer for his daughter. I really need some prayers real bad. Some dudes, one of those preppers, Southern prepper. My daughter has cerebral palsy and she's very sick. She has liver and kidney issues really bad. My wife and I are praying like crazy. Okay. All right. She is 17 years old and weighs 65 pounds. Wow. She's very tiny. Oh, that's really bad. I did a video about her called Emergency. You can see how small her shoes are. I don't want to expose my daughter's face online because she's so tiny and so many sick, crazy people out there. But I'm coming on to you for some real serious prayers. Okay. I don't want to lose her because for my wife, she's the only child. She could have had it. It would kill her bad. Please, I am asking for some serious prayers because she needs them. Her name is Liz. Please, brother, if you could reach out and ask for others to pray for her as well, that would be appreciated. So now you got those guys living alone now. They have time to meditate. They have time to see themselves because the Gentiles taught themselves to always put their attention on us, to distract themselves with us. It is always about us. That is why they come up with all nonsense statistics. All people has the most disease. They are the most high blood pressure, the most diabetes, the most STDs or STI. It's always about us. We committed 99% of the crime. We are 13% of the population. Always distraction. They medicate themselves through this, and they did a damn good job by teaching us those things. And now they have time to sit down. They have time to watch themselves. They have time of reflection. They have time to meditate, and it is not good. There is an angel of torment that is come upon them, and they need prayers, and they won't find any here. All praises to the Most High. Now, since we're talking about the angels of righteousness that will teach you properly how to manage and how to navigate through your issue, to your problem. When you encounter any problem, you're supposed to stop any argument, anything that raises your blood pressure, anything that make you angry. You stop, you meditate first. Is it worth my answer? Is it worth me to lower my vibration and debate this guy? No, I rebuke you, demon, and I keep moving. Ask yourself through meditation, deep thinking, deep breathing about your marriage, about your job, about your children, about your family, your parents, your fathers, your mothers, about the Most High, His love, His knowledge. This year, beloved brothers and sisters, our main meditation is unto the Mighty One's secret wisdom. Our meditation always must be on the knowledge of the Most High. Because why? Our people were destroyed for lack of knowledge, and now we are being rebuilt because of an abundance of knowledge. We have to ask for more wisdom. Meditate on the wisdom of the Mighty One. How do you meditate? Deep breathing. What else? Great Lord, I am going to open this book. I'm going to study in this book. And when I open it, give me, unlock and release unto me your mighty wisdom through this book, through this movie, through this video, through these things. I'm downloaded a book from, let's see, biglevi.com. We have a scumbag. We have this website right here. You can go to books and PDF. You can download any of those books. For instance, An History of Magic, Witchcraft, and Animal Magnetism. Okay, what is it downloading? By J. Colquhoun. I'm not quite sure. You meditate upon this book. You read certain things you will find. It will be upsetting. But you don't speak great things against it. You meditate. You ask the Mighty One, what is the meaning of this? When you have a dream, you don't understand this dream. You meditate upon it. You ask, what is it? What could this possibly mean? You ask a brother. You ask a sister. You send it to our beloved brother Devin over there. You let the people see it. You let the people read it. Okay, we have testimony here. Okay, somebody had a dream. My dream started with me sitting in a building that doubled as a gymnasium and a church sanctuary. Okay, all right. You let the people, you send it. We talk, we meditate together. When you see something like that, you meditate. What is this? What could possibly the Mighty One say unto us by sending us a picture of this like this? Again, like I said before, when you are meditating properly, that is why our people every Wednesday we have meditation Wednesday. Of course, beloved, I am not saying medication is bad, brethren. I am not saying this. Of course, we do have our own medication through herbal and other things. I'm not telling all people to go throw away your diabetes medication or high blood pressure and other things like that. No, I'm not saying that, brethren. Okay, please, beloved, do not take this as me speaking against medical stuff. That has nothing to do with this. It has everything to do with meditation, proper meditation. When you quiet your mind and be alone in a space, you are thinking about crucial facts, crucial things. When you have a problem that come upon you, your children are acting up, your husband, your wife is acting up, you sit somewhere quietly, you breathe deeply. When you got into an argument with somebody, you have to clear yourself. You have to clean yourself. You have to meditate and fast and purge yourself and purify yourself through fasting, meditation, and praying. When you are meditating, you are at the same time praying. Go into a fast, a 7 days meditation fast, deep breathing. Control your breathing. Breathe slowly through your nose. Hold your breath for as long as you can and let it out. Breathe. When I'm doing mine, I said that through my mouth, I say breathe, positive, and I hold my breath. Exhale, negative. I breathe the positive, hold it, and I release all the negative energy that is in me slowly. Positive. Negative. I want to do his will. Breathe positively. Exhale all the negative energy that you have in you. Breathe high frequency. Exhale low frequency. Breathe righteousness. Exhale wickedness. Meditate. Once you start meditating, you will have an angel of righteousness that will come upon you. Also, if you are guilty, if you have done horrible and terrible things, when you are meditate, you will have an angel of judgment that will come upon you. And this angel will torment you. That is why the Gentiles, the suicide rate is higher among them, because they now have time to meditate. And it's horrible. They can't do that. That is why they always have to medicate themselves. Because when the angels of judgment come upon them and say, you have done terrible things, your ancestors have done horrible and terrible things, and there must be payment. When they sit down and they are meditating upon the war in Ukraine, and they are seeing the burnt bread and the sweet wine, it disturbs them, it torments them, because the angels of torment is upon them. That is why they always have to medicate with drugs and alcohol and other things, so they will not meditate. So they will escape. So they would avoid and evade reality. They created their own pseudo living. And now the Most High is shattering their bubble. Their fantasy time is over. Now they are living reality. Now they are seeing reality. And it is not a good thing. Beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike, I will leave you with meditation. Meditate, ponder. When you encounter a problem, when you see a brother talking about something that go against scripture, don't go against him. I always say this, even the worst of the worst so-called teachers out there, prophet, when they say something out of their mind, leave it alone. Meditate first. Pray upon it. Ask, is it worth my time? Is it worth my energy? Because debating an ego, debating or getting in an argument with someone require a massive amount of energy. And it requires you to lower your shield, let the spirit in, and lower your vibration. And it take a long time for you to put your shield back on and vibrate it to a higher frequency. It is always hard to gain. Excuse me. It is always hard to gain anything except for weight. It's very easy to gain weight. Very easy to gain weight and lose weight. Lose weight is very hard for certain people, but gaining weight in a fraction of a second, you gain a lot of weight. But beloved, we must meditate. It is through meditation, deep thinking, ponder. For instance, in the Bible, they call it ponder. All right, let's see. What does ponder means in the Bible? Well, not ponder. Ponder. Boy, the accent. To think or reflect deeply. In the sense most relevant or scriptural use, ponder means to think or reflect deeply, to meditate or contemplate, to muse, to wonder. You have to meditate, contemplate, brothers. You have to talk, ask. Don't go against any book. Don't say, oh, well, there's 66, 85 books, or this is witchcraft, this is sorcery. Do not let another person meditate and think for you. Do it for yourself. Study to show thyself approved. Brethren, I will leave you with peace. I will leave you with love. I will leave you to love the Most High above all. F men. Do not love men. To hell with them. Ask the Mighty One to teach you his love, teach you his wisdom, teach you his form of meditation. Meditate on righteousness, meditate on positivity, and there will be an angel come upon you, and he will teach you whatever that you need to do. All praises to the Most High. Fast, pray, repent, meditate, repeat. May the King reign forever.